In a quaint coastal town nestled between cliffs and the endless expanse of the sea lived the Harrisons. Mark, a history enthusiast fascinated by tales of the sea; Sarah, an artist captivated by the ocean's ever-changing hues; Emily, their adventurous daughter with an insatiable curiosity; and Alex, their youngest, who found solace in the rhythmic crashing of the waves against the shore. Mark, with his rugged charm and an old explorer's soul, often regaled his family with stories of maritime legends, lost civilizations, and sunken treasures. Sarah, with her painter's eye, sought inspiration in the dance of the ocean waves and the endless canvas of the horizon. Emily, a spirited soul with a wild mane of sun-kissed hair, yearned to uncover mysteries and secrets hidden beneath the ocean's surface. Her laughter echoed across the shore as she collected shells, each one a tiny treasure from the vast expanse of the sea. And then there was Alex, a quiet observer with an affinity for rhythm. The boy found music in the symphony of the tides, tapping his feet in sync with the ebb and flow of the waves, his mind attuned to the unseen melodies of the ocean. Together, the Harrisons embarked on a journey to a remote beach renowned for its elusive phenomenon, the vanishing tide. Little did they know, this escapade would weave their lives into a melody of mystery and peril, each family member contributing a unique note to the symphony of their adventure. As the Harrisons ventured along the winding coastal road, the air became thick with the scent of salt and anticipation. The rhythmic crashing of waves grew louder, guiding them toward the remote beach whispered about in tales passed down through generations. The sun hung low in the sky, casting a warm golden hue upon the sands as the family's car pulled into the beachside parking lot. Mark's eyes sparkled with excitement, Sarah's paintbrush fingers tingled with inspiration, Emily's heart raced with the thrill of discovery, and Alex, usually quiet, felt an unspoken rhythm vibrating through the air. They stepped onto the powdery sand, each footstep a syncopated beat in the rhythm of their arrival. The beach stretched infinitely before them, a canvas painted with swirling patterns created by the vanishing tide. Seabirds swooped and soared overhead, adding their cadence to the symphony of nature. Emily dashed toward the water's edge, her laughter harmonizing with the crashing waves. Alex followed, his steps falling into a cadence that matched the rising and falling of the tide. Sarah's artist's eye absorbed the hues of the ocean, while Mark, a storyteller at heart, envisioned the mysteries hidden beneath the shimmering surface. Alex followed, his steps falling into a cadence that matched the rising and falling of the tide. Sarah's artist's eye absorbed the hues of the ocean, while Mark, a storyteller at heart, envisioned the mysteries hidden beneath the shimmering surface. They laid out their beach blankets, the colorful fabric becoming part of the vibrant tapestry of the shore. Time seemed to dance to the rhythm of the waves, each moment a new verse in the family's adventure. As the sun dipped toward the horizon, casting a fiery glow across the sea, the Harrisons gathered, entranced by the beauty before them. The vanishing tide began its mystical performance, the waters receding with a rhythmic precision, revealing the secrets hidden beneath the surface. The family watched in awe as the sand unveiled ancient patterns and buried treasures, each disappearance of the tide a prelude to the next act of the ocean symphony, revealing the secrets hidden beneath the surface. The family watched in awe as the sand unveiled ancient patterns and buried treasures, each disappearance of the tide a prelude to the next act of the ocean symphony. Mark, with his weathered map tucked under his arm and a glint of curiosity in his eyes, wandered along the shoreline. His steps traced a path in sync with the ocean's rhythm, his mind alive with the tales of maritime lore he had collected over the years. The whispers of the locals, their tales spun from threads of ancient folklore, back into Mark like an unsolved puzzle waiting to be pieced together. As the vanishing tide continued its enigmatic dance, he spotted an elderly fisherman repairing his weathered nets. Intrigued, Mark approached, greeting the fisherman with a warm smile. The old man's eyes twinkled with the wisdom of years spent by the sea, and Mark was eager to delve into the tales that echoed through the coastal town. "Excuse me, sir," Mark began, his voice carrying the eagerness of a historian seeking new stories. "I've heard whispers of legends tied to this beach, tales of hidden mysteries and ancient ruins. Do you know anything about them?" The fisherman nodded, his weathered face creasing into a knowing smile. He spoke in a voice seasoned by the salt of the sea, weaving tales of a lost civilization that once thrived beneath the waves. His words painted vivid pictures of sunken cities, forgotten relics, and the rituals tied to the vanishing tide. Mark listened intently, his mind alive with the possibilities of untold histories waiting to be unearthed. He scribbled notes in his journal, each word resonating with the rhythm of the ocean that surrounded them. The fisherman's stories fueled Mark's fascination, and he resolved to uncover the truths hidden within the folklore. He thanked the old man for his time and knowledge, returning to his family with a treasure trove of stories that would add depth to their beach adventure. Excitement danced in Mark's eyes as he shared the ancient tales with Sarah, Emily, and Alex, each word adding a new layer to the rhythm of their exploration. As the day waned and the golden hues of sunset melted into the horizon, the Harrisons made their way to the cozy beachside cottage they'd chosen for their stay. Nestled amidst the dunes, the cottage stood as a quaint refuge, its weathered exterior a testament to the stories it held within. Mark, carrying their luggage, strode ahead, his eyes scanning the surroundings for traces of the mysteries the old fisherman had revealed. Sarah followed, her artist's gaze capturing the hues of the fading sky, already envisioning her next canvas. Emily skipped along, her steps syncopated with the rhythm of excitement, while Alex trailed behind, absorbing the whispers of the wind and the crashing of the waves. They stepped through the cottage's weathered door, greeted by the scent of salt and stories. The interior was a harmonious blend of rustic charm and seaside comfort, with driftwood furnishings and nautical trinkets adorning the walls. Emily and Alex rushed to claim their rooms, their laughter echoing through the cottage like a playful melody. Sarah set up her easel by the window, eager to capture the changing hues of the sea, while Mark delved into the old journal he'd found earlier, poring over the cryptic warnings and tales written within its pages. As dusk descended, casting a veil of twilight over the coastal landscape, the family gathered in the cozy living room. The crackling fire painted dancing shadows on the walls, adding a mystical cadence to the evening. They shared tales and dreams, the rhythm of their voices blending with the whispering sea just beyond their doorstep. The cottage seemed to embrace them, its walls resonating with the laughter, wonder, and anticipation that the Harrisons brought with them. As the night deepened and the ocean's song grew louder, the family drifted into slumber, each heartbeat pulsating in harmony with the rhythm of the tides, ready to embrace the mysteries that awaited them on the shores of the vanishing tide. One lazy afternoon, as the sun cast its gentle rays upon the cottage, Emily, with her spirit of adventure, found herself rummaging through a weathered chest tucked away in a forgotten corner of the cottage. Amidst the tangle of forgotten belongings, her fingers brushed against something unexpected, a dust-laden journal with faded pages and a mysterious aura. Curiosity sparked within her as she carefully brushed off the dust, revealing the journal's weathered cover. Its pages, yellowed with age and adorned with cryptic symbols, seemed to hold secrets waiting to be unraveled. With eager hands, she delicately flipped through the brittle parchment, each turn revealing tales written in a language lost to time. Intrigued, Emily's eyes widened as she deciphered passages warning of the vanishing tide's mysteries, detailing strange happenings tied to the rhythmic dance of the ocean. The author spoke of ancient rituals, of something slumbering beneath the waves, and of cautionary whispers carried by the winds. Intrigued yet slightly unnerved, Emily traced the fading ink with her fingertips, feeling a faint energy pulsating from the journal's pages. Her heart quickened as she stumbled upon sketches depicting the very beach they stood upon, its shoreline illustrated with eerie precision, and markings hinting at the secrets hidden beneath the shifting sands. She hastily tucked the journal under her arm, its weight heavy with the weight of untold stories. Racing to share her discovery, she sought out her family, excitement and trepidation intertwined in her voice as she relayed the cryptic warnings and mysterious happenings inscribed within the ancient journal. Mark's historian instinct surged to life. His eyes widened with fascination as he pored over the enigmatic script. Sarah, sensing an artist's inspiration in the tales, felt a tingling anticipation, while Alex, usually attuned to the rhythm of the sea, seemed to sense an unfamiliar beat beneath the surface. The discovery of the journal breathed new life into their beachside adventure. Each member of the Harrison family now attuned to the subtle rhythms of the vanishing tide and the secrets whispered by the ocean's ancient voice. As the sun dipped toward the horizon, painting the sky with hues of crimson and gold, the journal's cryptic warnings lingered, weaving their melody into the symphony of the vanishing tide. Mark, with his rational mind steeped in historical facts and documented events, skimmed through the faded pages of the journal, his brows furrowed in skepticism. To him, the cryptic warnings seemed like echoes of local folklore, embellished tales woven to enchant and intrigue tourists seeking adventure. Local superstition, I'd say, Mark remarked, his voice tinged with an air of dismissal. These tales often hold grains of truth, but are often exaggerated over time. Sarah, however, felt an unease gnawing at the edges of her being, a subtle disquiet that she couldn't quite shake off. As an artist, she was attuned to the unseen forces that shaped emotions and perceptions, and there was something in the air that seemed to whisper of more than just mere superstition. But, Mark, she began tentatively. Her eyes fixed on the waves crashing against the shore. There's an energy here, a sort of resonance. It's as if the ocean carries a melody, a rhythm that's different from what we know. Mark chuckled softly, placing the journal back on the weathered table. Sarah, my dear, it's the charm of this place getting to you. We're storytellers, and these tales add a bit of mystery to our adventure. Nothing more. Despite Mark's reassurance, Sarah couldn't shake off the feeling of unease. The whispers of the ocean seemed to linger in the corners of her mind, a haunting melody that evaded her grasp. She gazed out at the horizon, her artist's eye-catching glimpse of something elusive in the ever-changing hues of the sea. As dusk painted the sky in ethereal shades, Sarah couldn't ignore the sense of foreboding that lingered within her, a dissonance in the symphony of the vanishing tide. With a silent sigh, she resigned herself to the possibility that perhaps there was more to the tales woven within the journal's weathered pages than met the eye. With the sun dipping low on the horizon, casting a golden glow upon the beach, the Harrisons ventured out onto the exposed seabed as the vanishing tide began its mesmerizing retreat. The rhythmic ebb and flow of the ocean revealed a landscape usually hidden beneath the shimmering waters. Emily and Alex dashed ahead, their laughter merging with the echoes of the retreating waves. Sarah, despite her lingering unease, found solace in the vibrant colors and intricate patterns etched into the sand by the gentle touch of the receding tide. Mark, ever the historian, scanned the exposed terrain, his eyes searching for any hint of the ancient secrets the journal spoke of. As they explored the otherworldly landscape, they discovered remnants of the ocean's treasures, colorful shells scattered like jewels, intricate sand formations sculpted by the tide's caress, and mysterious artifacts partially unearthed from their sandy slumber. Emily's eyes sparkled with wonder as she collected shells, each one a tiny testament to the sea's bounty. Alex, usually attuned to the rhythms of nature, seemed lost in his world, tracing patterns in the sand with his fingertips. Mark's curiosity was piqued as he stumbled upon an unusual artifact half buried in the sand, its weathered surface hinting at a forgotten history. He carefully examined it, his mind racing with thoughts of the ancient civilization hinted at in the old journal. Sarah, despite her unease, found herself captivated by the transient beauty of the exposed seabed. Yet, an unspoken caution lingered in the back of her mind, a dissonance between the picturesque scene and the cryptic warnings she'd read. As the family continued their exploration, the fading sunlight painted the landscape in a surreal palette of colors, casting elongated shadows that danced with the rhythm of the retreating waves. Unbeknownst to them, each step they took upon the exposed seabed seemed to echo in harmony with the unseen melody of the ocean, a cadence hinting at the mysteries lurking beneath the shifting sands. As the Harrisons continued their exploration of the exposed seabed, Emily's keen eye caught a glint of something peculiar amid the sand. With a gasp of excitement, she knelt and brushed away the grains, revealing the weathered edge of an ancient-looking artifact partially buried in the shoreline. "Look," she exclaimed, her voice carrying a melody of excitement. "I found something." Her discovery drew the family's attention, and they gathered around her, their eyes widening at the sight. The artifact, weathered by time and half submerged in the sand, held an air of mystery and antiquity. Its intricate carvings spoke of craftsmanship long forgotten, hinting at a bygone civilization. Mark, his historian's instincts ablaze with curiosity, carefully examined the artifact, turning it over in his hands. His eyes sparkled with fascination as he noted the craftsmanship and the symbols etched into its surface. It seemed to echo the descriptions in the old journal, a relic from a time lost to the depths of the sea. This is remarkable," Mark murmured, his voice tinged with excitement. "It might be a remnant from the civilization mentioned in the journal. A glimpse into the past right here on this beach." Sarah, although captivated by the artifact's beauty, felt a shiver of unease crawl down her spine. There was an inexplicable energy emanating from the ancient object, a faint vibration that seemed to resonate with the pulse of the ocean. A sense of foreboding lingered within her, a discordant note amidst the wonder and excitement. She glanced at the artifact, its weathered surface holding untold stories, and couldn't shake off the feeling that they had stumbled upon something more than mere relics of history. As the family marveled at the artifact, unaware of the unseen melody it carried, the retreating tide continued its dance, leaving traces of an ancient civilization's secrets exposed, a rhythm that echoed through time, connecting the present to the enigmatic past buried beneath the shifting sands. As the sun dipped below the horizon and the last rays of light painted the sky in hues of orange and pink, the Harrisons began their journey back from the exposed seabed to the safety of their beachside cottage. The vanishing tide's whispered secrets lingered in the air, intertwining with the fading echoes of the ocean's song. However, an unsettling change seemed to ripple through their tranquil evening. Alex, usually quiet and observant, appeared restless, his eyes fixed on the receding tide with an intensity that seemed out of place. He lingered behind the family, his steps faltering as if drawn by an invisible force. "Alex, are you coming?" Mark called out, noticing his son's sudden hesitation. But Alex remained rooted to the spot, his gaze fixed upon the retreating waves. I can hear something," he murmured, his voice barely audible above the rhythm of the ocean. Voices, like whispers carried by the waves. His words startled the family, each member exchanging concerned glances. Emily reached out to her brother. Her expression was a mix of worry and curiosity. "Voices? What do you mean, Alex?" It's like a melody," Alex continued, his voice trembling. "I can't quite understand, but it feels like the tide is speaking to me, like it has its rhythm, its language." Sarah's unease grew deeper. She approached Alex, placing a reassuring hand on his shoulder. "Sweetheart, it's just the sounds of the ocean. Sometimes the waves create echoes that sound like whispers. It's nothing to worry about." But Alex's troubled gaze remained fixed on the receding tide, as if attempting to decipher an incomprehensible melody carried on the wind. His unease added a dissonant note to the tranquility of the beach, a melody that seemed to resonate only within his young soul. As the family returned to the safety of their cottage, Alex's claim lingered in the air, a haunting refrain in the symphony of the vanishing tide. The mysterious voices he claimed to hear, echoes from the depths of the retreating waves, hinted at a melody that only he seemed attuned to, a rhythm that whispered secrets known only to the ocean itself. The night wrapped the coastal town in an embrace, and within the walls of Harrison's beachside cottage, an eerie atmosphere began to take shape. The family retired to their rooms, the day's excitement giving way to a sense of restless anticipation. It started with subtle occurrences that danced on the edges of perception, a faint rustling of curtains, objects seemingly shifting position, and an inexplicable chill that hung in the air, discordant with the warmth of the crackling fireplace. Emily, in her room adorned with seashell trinkets, noticed a peculiar sensation. A delicate seashell, once perched on her dresser, had mysteriously moved to the windowsill. Bewildered, she brushed it off as a trick of her imagination. Yet an unsettled feeling lingered. Down the hall, Alex, normally lost in dreams of rhythm and melody, awoke to a faint whispering. Strange symbols appeared on his bedroom wall, traced as if by an unseen hand. His heart raced with a mix of fear and fascination as the symbols seemed to pulse with an otherworldly energy. In the main room, where Mark had settled to review the old journal, he noticed the pages fluttering as if caught in a phantom breeze. His curiosity was piqued, yet a sense of disquiet settled upon him as he witnessed words seemingly rearranging themselves on the ancient parchment. Sarah, sitting by the window with her sketchbook, felt a subtle shift in the air. The brush in her hand moved of its own accord, tracing patterns on the canvas that she couldn't comprehend. The familiar seaside landscape transformed into cryptic symbols, mirroring those that had appeared on Alex's wall. Each member of the family experienced inexplicable occurrences, strange and unsettling, hinting at a melody of the supernatural weaving through their beachside refuge. Their once tranquil haven now hummed with an otherworldly tune, a dissonant harmony that clashed against the rhythmic backdrop of the vanishing tide. As the night wore on and the strange incidents multiplied, the Harrisons found themselves caught in a symphony of mystery. Each eerie occurrence adding a new note to the haunting melody that seemed to echo through the walls of their cottage, entwined with the rhythm of the ocean just beyond their doorstep. As the nights passed and the mysterious occurrences continued to weave an enigmatic melody through their beachside cottage, Emily found herself increasingly drawn to the artifacts uncovered during the vanishing tide. The relics, weathered by time and steeped in history, held an inexplicable allure for her, their presence tugging at her curiosity like a persistent rhythm begging to be heard. During the day, while the rest of the family engaged in various activities, Emily's thoughts were consumed by the artifacts. Their ancient whispers seemed to beckon her, calling out in a language only she could understand. She felt an inexplicable connection, as though an unseen thread bound her to these remnants of a forgotten civilization. Her days became a dance of fascination and fixation, her footsteps guided by an invisible rhythm that led her back to the artifacts time and again. She traced their weathered edges with her fingertips, feeling an electric pulse resonating from within the relics. "Emily, dear, come join us," Sarah would call out, noticing her daughter's prolonged absence. Yet Emily's fixation remained unyielding, her mind entranced by the mysteries held within the ancient objects. Mark, concerned about Emily's growing preoccupation, attempted to redirect her attention, engaging her in discussions about the coastal town's history and the folklore surrounding the artifacts. However, Emily's fascination seemed beyond mere curiosity. It was as though the artifacts whispered secrets directly to her soul, their rhythms synchronized with her own. As the family gathered for meals or relaxed by the fireplace, Emily's mind often wandered back to the relics, their sirens' call pulling her towards an unknown destiny. The artifacts seemed to hold a melody waiting to be deciphered, and Emily, with an inexplicable sense of purpose, was determined to unravel their secrets, feeling an unspoken harmony between herself and the ancient echoes embedded within the relics. As the days passed and the mysterious occurrences in the coastal town continued to unsettle the Harrisons, Sarah, the artist with a keen eye for nature's nuances, observed an odd phenomenon during the vanishing tide. She noticed subtle but bizarre changes in the ocean's color as the tide ebbed away, painting the horizon with hues that seemed out of place. At first, it was a faint glimmer, a shift in the usual shades of azure and turquoise that characterized the ocean's embrace. Sarah, perched by the window with her sketchbook, captured the scene as the vanishing tide revealed the hidden expanse of the seabed. The waves, usually a canvas of serene blues, took on a peculiar tint, a mix of deep indigo with hints of iridescent greens, almost as if the ocean held a secret palette unknown to the human eye. With each passing day and each receding tide, Sarah's observations grew more pronounced. The ocean's colors seemed to fluctuate erratically, shimmering with an otherworldly luminescence that she couldn't capture accurately in her sketches. The once familiar hues transformed into an enigmatic symphony of colors, dancing with an unnatural vibrancy that seemed to pulse in rhythm with the mysteries enveloping the coastal town. Sarah, usually captivated by the beauty of the sea's ever-changing palette, felt a growing unease. She found herself captivated by this spectral display, yet an instinctual fear whispered warnings in the recesses of her mind. The ocean's altered colors seemed to echo the discordant notes of the strange occurrences haunting their beachside refuge, a dissonance that clashed against the rhythmic tranquility she once knew. Despite her attempts to capture the ocean's surreal shades on canvas, Sarah couldn't shake off the feeling of being a witness to something beyond her understanding. The ocean, with its shifting hues during the vanishing tide, held secrets that intertwined with the haunting melody of the unknown, signaling an unsettling turn in the harmony between the natural world and the mysteries that lay beneath the waves. As the peculiarities surrounding their coastal retreat persisted, Mark, fueled by his curiosity and the lingering mysteries, delved deeper into the local history. He sought out the townsfolk, fishermen, and elders, eager to unravel the secrets whispered by the sea and buried within the annals of the coastal town. Through conversations with locals and extensive research at the town's library, Mark uncovered tales steeped in myth and legend. Tales of a civilization lost to the depths of the ocean, a sunken city resting beneath the waves. The story spoke of an ancient civilization, once thriving along the shores they now walked upon. Its existence was erased by a cataclysmic event centuries ago. Whispers hinted at rituals tied to the vanishing tide, a connection between the rhythms of the ocean and the secrets concealed within the submerged ruins. Mark pieced together fragments of history, connecting them to the artifacts discovered during the vanishing tide. He traced the threads of folklore, weaving a narrative of a civilization entwined with the enigmatic patterns of the ocean's rhythms. As he unearthed accounts of the sunken city's glory and downfall, Mark's excitement soared. Yet, mingled with his fascination was a growing sense of trepidation. The stories painted a picture of a civilization torn asunder, its secrets guarded by the relentless waves, a cautionary tale echoing the warnings embedded within the old journal and the eerie happenings at their beachside refuge. Armed with newfound knowledge and an understanding of the coastal town's rich but elusive history, Mark's mind buzzed with the interconnectedness of the artifacts, the cryptic symbols, and the anomalies witnessed during the vanishing tide. The sunken civilization beneath the waves seemed to hold the key to the mysteries that had unfolded since their arrival, and Mark was determined to unearth the truth hidden within the rhythmic depths of the sea. Amidst Mark's fervent quest for answers, he encountered an elderly local, Elias, a weathered soul whose eyes held the wisdom of a lifetime spent by the sea. Elias was known among the townsfolk as a guardian of the coastal town's ancient tales and a keeper of its secrets. Mark sought Elias out, hoping to glean more insights into the sunken civilization and the mysteries tied to the vanishing tide. The old man welcomed Mark with a knowing look, acknowledging the spark of curiosity that danced in the historian's eyes. As they sat by the weathered docks, the ocean's rhythmic symphony providing a backdrop to their conversation, Elias spoke in a hushed tone, his words laden with caution and a deep-seated reverence for the sea. "Son, you tread upon paths fraught with peril," Elias began, his voice carried by the whispers of the ocean. "The secrets buried beneath the waves hold a power beyond our understanding. Disturbing the rhythms of the sea can awaken forces best left undisturbed." Mark, eager for answers, pressed Elias for more details about the sunken civilization and the peculiarities surrounding the vanishing tide. But Elias, with a somber expression, cautioned against meddling with the ancient relics and the mysteries hidden within the ocean's depths. The tales speak of a balance between land and sea, a harmony disrupted by the greed of those who sought to unearth forgotten treasures. Elias continued, his gaze fixed on the horizon as if foreseeing the turbulent waters ahead. "The artifacts and the secrets they guard are part of a delicate melody, a melody that, if disrupted, could unleash consequences beyond our reckoning." Mark listened intently, his historian's curiosity tempered by the weight of Elias's warnings. The old man's words echoed the sentiments of the old journal and the eerie occurrences haunting their beachside refuge, adding layers of caution to Mark's quest for truth. As Elias bid him farewell, his voice carried a solemn plea, "Beware, young man, for some melodies are better left unsung." Mark, conflicted between his thirst for knowledge and the elder's cautionary words, found himself at a crossroads. The encounter with Elias left him pondering the depths of the ocean's secrets and the potential repercussions of unraveling the harmonies that had echoed through time beneath the waves. As the days unfolded and the mysteries surrounding their beachside retreat deepened, Alex's behavior took an unexpected turn. His once subdued demeanor morphed into erratic and unpredictable patterns, mirroring the dissonance that seemed to infiltrate their tranquil refuge. The whispers he claimed to hear during the vanishing tide grew louder in his mind, the rhythm of the ocean's unseen melodies haunting his thoughts with an intensity that was difficult to ignore. He became withdrawn, lost in a world of inexplicable tunes and elusive rhythms that only he seemed to perceive. At times, Alex would retreat to the shores alone, drawn by an inexplicable force that tugged at his soul. He'd stand at the water's edge, his eyes fixated on the retreating waves, as if attempting to decipher the cryptic messages carried within their rhythmic dance. His sleep became disturbed, punctuated by dreams filled with echoes of forgotten melodies and haunting whispers. The symbols that appeared on his bedroom wall seemed to echo in his mind, haunting him even in his waking hours. The once harmonious beats that resonated within Alex seemed to discordantly clash with the unsettling energies lingering in their cottage. His actions became unpredictable, and his family, concerned by his erratic behavior, struggled to comprehend the turmoil brewing within their youngest member. Mark and Sarah attempted to comfort him, their parental instincts on high alert. Yet, despite their efforts, Alex seemed unreachable, a solitary figure lost in a rhythm that echoed only within his troubled soul. Emily, usually his confidant and playmate, found herself distanced from her brother's unpredictable moods. She sensed a shift in Alex, a dissonance between the rhythm of his inner world and the harmonies they once shared. The eerie occurrences, the artifacts, and the secrets hidden beneath the waves seemed to have woven an unseen melody, entwining itself with Alex's very being. His erratic behavior became a haunting refrain in the symphony of the mysterious happenings, a discordant note that echoed through the heart of their family's beachside adventure. As the mysteries surrounding their beachside retreat intensified, Emily and Alex found themselves inexplicably linked by a series of haunting dreams, each one intricately connected to the ancient artifacts unearthed during the vanishing tide. In the dead of night, when the moon cast an ethereal glow upon their cottage, both Emily and Alex drifted into a deep slumber, only to find themselves immersed in a realm that blurred the boundaries between reality and the echoes of the past. Emily's dream transported her to a surreal landscape, an underwater world teeming with life, vibrant colors, and remnants of an ancient civilization. She navigated through the submerged ruins, guided by an unseen force that seemed to draw her toward the relics uncovered on the beach. Symbols etched into the walls glowed with an otherworldly luminescence, whispering tales of a forgotten era. Simultaneously, Alex found himself in a realm where the rhythm of the ocean's melody was tangible, a symphony of echoes that reverberated through the sunken city's streets. He moved through the ruins, entranced by the haunting whispers that spoke of an unfinished story, feeling a strange familiarity with the artifacts and symbols scattered within the submerged city's remains. Their dreams intersected at a juncture within this ethereal realm, their paths converging amidst the ruins. Emily and Alex, connected by an unspoken bond, gazed upon the relics that held a powerful resonance within their dreamscape. As they reached out to touch the artifacts, a surge of energy enveloped them, the symbols etched upon the relics pulsating with an unearthly light. The rhythm of the ocean's melody intensified, intertwining with their heartbeats in a surreal harmony. They awoke simultaneously, their hearts pounding with the remnants of the dream world they had traversed. Emily and Alex exchanged a knowing glance, their shared dreams a testament to the inexplicable connection they felt to the artifacts and the sunken city's mysteries. In the waking world, as the sun cast its golden rays upon their beachside refuge, Emily and Alex shared their dream experiences. Their tales intertwined, revealing an eerie synchronicity between their subconscious journeys and the enigmatic relics resting beneath the shifting sands, a connection that added another layer of intrigue to the haunting melody of the sunken city's secrets. Driven by an unyielding thirst for answers and inspired by the unsettling events surrounding their beachside retreat, Mark delved deeper into the historical accounts and local lore, determined to unravel the enigma of the vanishing tide and the sunken civilization. Through meticulous research and conversations with the town's elders, Mark uncovered a truth that reverberated with the echoes of the past, a revelation tied to an ancient ritual intricately connected to the rhythms of the ocean and the submerged ruins. He unearthed tales of a ritual enacted by the long-lost civilization, a ceremony synchronized with the ebb and flow of the vanishing tide, a sacred harmony between land and sea that held the key to preserving the balance between worlds. The ritual, passed down through generations in whispered tales, was a delicate dance, a symphony of gestures and chants performed during the vanishing tide. It was believed to maintain the equilibrium between the earthly realm and the submerged city, a balance that safeguarded the town from the mysterious forces lingering within the depths of the sea. Mark pieced together fragments of the ancient ceremony, discovering a pattern woven into the rhythms of the ocean, a sequence of movements, symbols and chants meant to harmonize with the natural cadence of the vanishing tide. The artifacts unearthed during each recession of the tide were integral components of this forgotten ritual, each relic carrying a piece of the city's history and the ceremony's significance. As he unraveled the ancient ritual's secrets, a sense of urgency gripped Mark. The anomalies witnessed, the bizarre occurrences, and Alex's erratic behavior seemed intrinsically linked to the disrupted harmony between the ritual and the ocean's rhythms. Armed with newfound knowledge and an understanding of the town's ancient customs, Mark realized the dire consequences of disturbing the delicate balance between the sunken city and the present world. He felt the weight of responsibility to restore the lost harmony, knowing that the key to their family's safety and the town's well-being lay within the ancient rhythms of the vanishing tide, a truth that added a poignant resonance to the haunting melody of the sunken city's secrets. In the midst of their pursuit of the secrets held by the vanishing tide and the submerged ruins, Sarah found herself drawn to the shoreline during an exceptionally low tide. The ocean's rhythm had an inexplicable pull on her, its siren's call beckoning her to explore the exposed seabed. As she wandered along the deserted shoreline, the sun casting elongated shadows upon the sand, Sarah felt an eerie sense of solitude. The once familiar sounds of crashing waves now seemed distant, almost muted, as if the ocean held its breath in anticipation. A chilling stillness enveloped the air, and Sarah sensed an otherworldly presence lurking within the vanishing tide's exposed realm. She glanced around, her artist's intuition tingling with foreboding, feeling as though unseen eyes were watching her every move. Suddenly, an unearthly chill crept down her spine. A shadowy figure, ethereal and indistinct, materialized amidst the exposed seabed. It appeared as a shimmering silhouette, flickering like a mirage against the backdrop of the receding waves. A sense of dread gripped Sarah as she gazed upon this spectral entity, its form wavering like the ghostly remnants of a forgotten memory. The figure seemed to emanate an ancient energy, resonating with the unsettling anomalies that had haunted their beachside refuge. As Sarah stood rooted to the spot, the apparition drifted closer. Its presence palpable yet intangible, a presence that seemed to transcend the boundaries of the earthly realm. She felt a rush of inexplicable emotions, fear mingled with an eerie sense of recognition, as if the spectral entity held a connection to the ancient secrets buried beneath the shifting sands. In that chilling encounter, amidst the silence of the low tide, Sarah glimpsed a fragment of the sunken city's lost history, a glimpse that stirred her soul with a haunting resonance, leaving her with a chilling realization that the mysteries surrounding their coastal haven ran deeper than she could have ever imagined. The encounter with the otherworldly presence added a chilling verse to the haunting melody that echoed through the vanishing tide, leaving Sarah shaking yet inexplicably drawn to the secrets concealed within the ocean's depths. As the layers of mystery surrounding their beachside refuge deepened and unsettling events continued to unfold, a chilling realization dawned upon the Harrison family, a truth intertwined with the artifacts unearthed during the vanishing tide. Mark, Sarah, Emily, and Alex gathered, each carrying the weight of their individual experiences and the haunting encounters they had faced. Their collective knowledge and shared experiences revealed a disturbing revelation. The artifacts held a dark power, serving as conduits to awaken ancient entities tied to the sunken city's secrets. The artifacts, once revered remnants of a forgotten civilization, seemed to harbor an energy that resonated with the rhythms of the vanishing tide. With each recession of the ocean's waters, the ancient relics stirred, evoking a connection to the submerged ruins and summoning entities long dormant within the depths. Mark pieced together the fragments of history, intertwining the town's folklore, Elias's warnings, and Sarah's encounter with the otherworldly presence. He realized that disturbing the relics during the vanishing tide had disrupted the delicate balance between the earthly realm and the sunken city, awakening ancient forces that were never meant to be unleashed. The anomalies, strange dreams, erratic behavior, and Sarah's chilling encounter, each event seemed intricately linked to the artifact's dark resonance with the sunken city's entities. The dissonance between the ancient powers and the present world cast a shadow of impending danger upon their refuge. Realization struck them like a discordant note in a once harmonious melody. Their pursuit of knowledge and understanding had unwittingly disturbed a delicate equilibrium, unleashing forces beyond their control, a truth that left them on the precipice of a perilous revelation. The family stood united, their shared knowledge a beacon of understanding amidst the encroaching darkness. They were entangled in a symphony of ancient secrets, realizing that their actions had inadvertently awakened entities tied to the submerged ruins, a realization that added a sinister cadence to the haunting melody of the vanishing tide, casting a shadow of uncertainty upon their once idyllic beachside haven. Faced with the realization that the artifacts held a dark power, the Harrison family rallied together, determined to restore the disrupted harmony between the relics and the submerged ruins. With a collective resolve, they embarked on a risky endeavor to return the artifacts to the embrace of the sea, hoping to pacify the ancient entities and rectify their unwitting disturbance. Gathering the relics, they ventured to the shoreline during the vanishing tide, the rhythm of the ocean's retreat echoing with a haunting intensity. Each member of the family felt the weight of responsibility, knowing that their actions carried the potential to either quell the disturbances or further incite the wrath of the awakened entities. With solemn determination, they placed the artifacts back upon the exposed seabed, attempting to restore them to their original resting place beneath the shifting sands. A sense of apprehension lingered in the air as the relics made contact with the sand, their dark energy resonating with an ominous pulse that seemed to ripple through the vanishing tide. As the family completed the act, a palpable tension hung in the air. Instead of restoring balance, the return of the artifacts seemed to exacerbate the situation. The ocean's rhythms intensified, echoing with an unsettling resonance, and the artifacts emitted an eerie glow, pulsating with otherworldly energy. A sense of dread washed over them as the sea, agitated by their actions, churned with an otherworldly fervor. The once calm waters turned turbulent, waves crashing against the shoreline with a ferocity that echoed the unleashed fury of the ancient entities. Unforeseen consequences unfolded before their eyes. The artifacts, now infused with a darker power, seemed to amplify the discordant energies, further enraging the dormant entities lurking within the submerged ruins. The harmony they sought to restore became a cacophony of chaotic energies, the disruption worsening with each passing moment. Realizing the gravity of their misjudgment, the family stood amidst the tumultuous sea, the consequences of their attempt to right the disturbance now evident in the tempestuous waters before them. Their noble intentions had unwittingly deepened the discord, unleashing a storm of ancient forces that loomed ominously, shattering the tranquility of the beachside haven. As the vanishing tide continued its retreat, the repercussions of their actions echoed through the air, adding a chilling crescendo to the dissonant melody that now reverberated through the coastal town, a stark reminder of the perils of tampering with the secrets held within the rhythm of the ocean's ancient power. As the Harrison family stood witness to the escalating turmoil they had inadvertently unleashed upon the vanishing tide, an ominous shift occurred within the depths of the sea. The churning waters took on a foreboding hue, darkening with an intensity that mirrored the rising tension in the air. A deafening silence fell upon the beach as the ocean's rhythm ceased its melodic dance, replaced by an eerie stillness that heralded an impending cataclysm. Suddenly, from the heart of the turbulent waters, a colossal form began to emerge, a malevolent entity of ancient origins. Summoned forth by the disruption of the relics and the disturbance of the sunken ruins. The colossal figure, shrouded in the iridescence of the ocean's depths, ascended from the depths with an aura of primal power. Its form, a grotesque amalgamation of undulating tentacles and a towering, shadowy silhouette, radiated a menacing presence that sent shivers down the spines of the onlookers. The family stood frozen in awe and terror, their eyes transfixed upon the colossal entity that breached the surface. Its malevolent gaze, infused with an ancient wrath, surveyed the shore with an intensity that spoke of eons of slumber disturbed. The creature's emergence resonated with a symphony of primal fury, its unearthly roars reverberating through the air, a haunting cacophony that echoed the unleashed power of the disrupted ancient energies. The coastal town trembled under the weight of the entity's wrath, the tempestuous sea swelling in a tumultuous dance at the behest of the colossal being. The once idyllic beachside refuge now bore witness to a scene of apocalyptic proportions. As the malevolent entity, awakened by the family's unwitting actions, sought retribution for the disturbance of the harmonies that had remained dormant for centuries. Realization dawned upon the Harrisons they had unleashed a primordial force, a wrathful guardian of the submerged ruins, drawn forth by the disruption of the vanishing tide's sacred rhythms. As the colossal entity loomed over the shoreline, its presence a dire testament to the consequences of their intervention. The family stood on the precipice of a cataclysmic confrontation with a malevolent force that had slumbered beneath the waves for eons. Facing the colossal, malevolent entity that emerged from the depths, the Harrison family stood on the brink of a dire confrontation, their minds racing with the weight of the situation. Yet amidst the chaos and terror, they realized that their only chance lay in uniting their strengths and using their newfound understanding of the disrupted ancient energies. Gathering their resolve, Mark, Sarah, Emily, and Alex drew upon their individual experiences and knowledge, seeking to harness the fragments of wisdom they had acquired throughout their harrowing journey. Mark, driven by his historian's instincts and understanding of the disrupted ritual, pieced together the remnants of the ancient ceremony. He attempted to recall the sequences of movements, symbols, and chants, hoping to re-establish the harmony between the artifacts and the submerged ruins. Sarah, with her artist's intuition and connection to the otherworldly presence, sought to tap into the primordial energies surrounding them, channeling her understanding of the eerie encounter into a semblance of guidance. Emily and Alex, bound by their inexplicable connection to the artifacts and the haunting dreams, focused on deciphering the cryptic messages hidden within the symbols and relics, hoping to find a way to resonate with the disrupted rhythms and soothe the enraged entity. As the colossal entity loomed closer, its wrath palpable in the air, the family synchronized their efforts, each member contributing their unique insights and abilities. They formed a circle amidst the chaos, their bond and shared determination serving as an anchor against the tempestuous force before them. With a unified resolve, they began to enact the remnants of the ancient ritual, mimicking the forgotten movements, chanting fragments of the incantations, and imbuing the relics with the echoes of their shared experiences. Their synchronized efforts cast a ripple through the disrupted energies, weaving a tentative harmony amidst the chaos. The symbols etched upon the artifacts began to glow with subdued light, resonating with the tentative melodies of the vanishing tide's sacred rhythms. As the family persisted in their desperate attempt to restore the disrupted balance, a glimmer of hope emerged amidst the turmoil. The colossal entity, swathed in its primal fury, paused a momentary hesitation in its relentless advance, a testament to the family's valiant efforts to mend the ancient disharmony. In that fleeting moment, amidst the clash of primal powers, the family's unity and newfound understanding became a beacon of hope, a fragile harmony seeking to pacify the unleashed forces that threatened to engulf their beachside refuge in an abyss of ancient wrath. As the next vanishing tide approached, the Harrison family steeled themselves for the ultimate confrontation with the colossal, malevolent entity that loomed over their beachside refuge. They knew that their only chance to quell the entity's wrath lay in facing their deepest fears, reconciling past regrets, and harnessing the strength born from their unity. Gathering at the shoreline, where the vanishing tide's rhythms intertwined with the chaotic energies, the family braced themselves for the impending clash. Each member carried within them the weight of their struggles, fears, and unresolved emotions. Mark confronted the regrets of his relentless pursuit of knowledge, haunted by the consequences of his curiosity and the disruption he inadvertently triggered. Sarah grappled with the fear of losing her family to the turmoil that engulfed their haven. Her heart was burdened by the weight of her uncertainties and the ominous encounters she had faced. Emily and Alex, bound by an unspoken bond and their inexplicable connection to the artifacts, faced their innermost fears and the dissonance that had unsettled their young souls. As the vanishing tide reached its crescendo, the colossal entity descended upon the shoreline, its presence casting a shadow of primal fury over the sands. The family stood united, their hearts pounding in unison with the rhythm of the ocean, ready to confront the malevolent force that threatened to consume their refuge. In a moment of collective courage, they channeled their inner strengths, delving into the depths of their fears and regrets. Mark reconciled his insatiable quest for knowledge with the responsibility that came with it. Sarah found solace in the love and resilience that bound their family together. Emily and Alex embraced the echoes of their haunting dreams and uncovered a deeper understanding of the artifact's connection to their beings. Their unity forged a bond that resonated with the Vanishing Tide's sacred rhythms, a testament to their courage and resolve. As the colossal entity surged forth, the family confronted their deepest fears, their unified spirits pushing back against the primordial force. The clash became a surreal journey through their innermost struggles and past regrets, a test of resilience and unity against an ancient wrath. In that pivotal moment, amidst the turmoil of the Vanishing Tide, the family's collective bravery and reconciliation with their fears formed a harmonious crescendo, a symphony of courage and unity that resonated with the disrupted energies. As the echoes of their resolve reverberated through the tumultuous air, a transformation began, a subtle shift in the entity's demeanor, a flicker of recognition amidst the primal fury. Their confrontation transcended the boundaries of fear and discord, forging a bridge between ancient wrath and human resilience. The colossal entity paused, its malevolent presence wavering, as if acknowledging the family's valor and the harmony they had woven amidst chaos. In that fragile moment of reconciliation, the Vanishing Tide's rhythms merged with the family's shared spirit, quelling the entity's fury and restoring a semblance of equilibrium to the ancient energies that had once threatened to engulf their haven. With a resonating echo that faded into the receding waves, the malevolent entity dissolved into the depths, its rage appeased by the unity and bravery of the Harrison family, a testament to the power of resilience, courage, and the harmonies that bind the human spirit. As the echoes of their unity quelled the malevolent entity's wrath, a fragile calm settled over the beachside refuge, a lull in the tempest that had engulfed their haven. However, the Harrison family knew that their battle against the ancient forces was far from over. Realizing that their only chance to restore true harmony lay in sealing the entity back into the depths, the family prepared for a sacrifice born from bravery and selflessness, a sacrifice that demanded unity, resilience, and an unwavering resolve. Mark, guided by the echoes of ancient lore and the understanding gleaned from the disrupted rituals, devised a plan, a risky endeavor that required a courageous act to contain the entity and restore the disrupted balance. Gathering at the shoreline during the Vanishing Tide, the family faced the remnants of the colossal entity, now weakened but still pulsating with residual fury. With a shared determination, they channeled the echoes of their bravery and the newfound harmonies they had woven amidst the chaos. As the ocean's rhythms reached their crescendo, the family enacted the final act, a selfless sacrifice that demanded courage beyond measure. Each member contributed a piece of their essence, their unity, a beacon against the ancient forces. Mark, drawing upon his understanding of the disrupted ritual, channeled the ancient energies through the artifacts, weaving a makeshift seal that resonated with the ocean's rhythms. Sarah, empowered by her love and resilience, added her strength to the harmonic pattern, infusing it with the unwavering bond of their family. Emily and Alex, guided by their inexplicable connection to the relics and the haunting dreams, infused the seal with their understanding and harmony, resonating with the ancient energies on a level beyond comprehension. As the ritual unfolded, a surge of ethereal energies emanated from the makeshift seal, intertwining with the Vanishing Tide's sacred rhythms. The family's sacrifice became a crescendo, a symphony of courage, love, and unity that reached its zenith amidst the turbulent forces. With a collective surge of determination, the Harrison family bridged the realms, channeling their combined essence into the makeshift seal. Their sacrifice became a beacon of hope and resilience against the ancient entity's remnants, a final act of bravery to restore the disrupted equilibrium. Channeling their combined essence into the makeshift seal, Their sacrifice became a beacon of hope and resilience against the ancient entity's remnants, a final act of bravery to restore the disrupted equilibrium. In a blinding flash of light that echoed through the vanishing tide, the ancient forces converged, contained within the seal crafted by the family's sacrifice. The colossal entity's remnants were drawn back into the depths, ensnared within the harmony woven by their selfless act. As the echoes faded and the vanishing tide resumed its rhythmic dance, a serene calm washed over the shoreline. The malevolent entity, subdued by the family's sacrifice, receded into the depths. Sealed away by the courage and unity of the Harrison family, a testament to their bravery and selflessness in restoring the disrupted harmonies that once bound the ancient forces beneath the waves. In the aftermath of their harrowing encounter with ancient forces and the sacrifice made to restore the disrupted balance, the Harrison family stood amidst the tranquil shores, their hearts heavy with the weight of their ordeal, yet uplifted by the unity and courage they had displayed. As the vanishing tide retreated and the sun painted the horizon with hues of serenity, Mark, Sarah, Emily, and Alex gathered. Their bond was strengthened by the shared journey they had traversed together. They reflected upon the lessons learned from the mysteries that had unfolded with the haunting melodies of the beachside refuge, the artifacts, and the echoes of a sunken civilization beneath the waves. Amidst the serene backdrop, they vowed to make peace with the enigmatic rhythms that once unsettled their lives. Mark, driven by a newfound humility, vowed to respect the beach's mysteries and leave the artifacts undisturbed, acknowledging the peril that stemmed from disrupting ancient harmonies. Sarah, with an artist's reverence for nature's secrets, found solace in the harmony of the beach's rhythms, promising to cherish its beauty without unraveling its hidden enigmas. Emily and Alex, bound by the inexplicable connection they shared with the relics, vowed to honor the beach's secrets, understanding the consequences of delving too deeply into the mysteries that lay beneath the shifting sands. Together, the family made a solemn pact, a vow to embrace the tranquility of the beachside refuge while respecting the ancient rhythms that pulse beneath the vanishing tide. Their experiences had forged a deeper understanding and reverence for the mysteries that intertwined with the coastal haven. With hearts filled with gratitude for the harmony restored and the unity forged amidst the chaos, the Harrisons bid farewell to the beach, carrying with them the wisdom born from their journey, a testament to their courage, resilience, and the invaluable lessons learned from the enigmatic melodies that once haunted their lives. As they left the shoreline behind, the echoes of the vanishing tide's rhythms lingered, a haunting melody that whispered of ancient secrets and the resilient spirit of a family united in the face of primal forces, a symphony of courage, sacrifice, and the enduring harmony that bound their souls to the rhythms of the ocean's mysteries. As the Harrison family prepared to depart from the beachside haven, a sense of bittersweet nostalgia washed over them. They loaded their belongings into the car, each member carrying within them the memories of their transformative journey, a journey that had tested their courage, resilience, and unity in the face of ancient forces. As they cast one last glance toward the shoreline, a subtle yet profound change caught their attention. The vanishing tide, once unpredictable and entangled with enigmatic energies, now displayed a sense of tranquil harmony. The rhythmic dance of the ocean's retreat seemed gentler, the waves embracing the shore with a serene cadence that echoed the family's vow to respect the beach's mysteries. Mark, ever the observer, noted the subtle shifts in the tide's behavior, a hint of tranquility that seemed to resonate with the harmony restored by their selfless sacrifice. Sarah, attuned to the subtle nuances of nature's rhythms, sensed a newfound peace emanating from the ocean's movements, a harmony that whispered of a tranquil future for the beachside refuge. Emily and Alex, with their innate connection to the artifacts and the Vanishing Tide's melodies, felt a sense of closure or reassurance that their vow to leave the beach's secrets undisturbed had set the course for a harmonious future. Together, the family stood at the threshold of departure, their hearts uplifted by the promise carried within the tranquil rhythms of the Vanishing Tide, a promise of a future where the beach, once shrouded in mysteries and ancient forces, would find solace in the harmony they had helped restore. As they embarked on their journey away from the coastal haven, the family carried with them the echoes of their transformative experience, a testament to their bravery, unity, and the invaluable lessons learned from the enigmatic melodies that had once woven through their lives. The Vanishing Tide continued its rhythmic dance, a subtle melody echoing a tranquil future, a future where the beach, once entangled in ancient mysteries, now embraced a newfound harmony, a testament to the resilience and unity of a family united in the face of primal forces, leaving behind a legacy of courage and reverence for the enigmatic rhythms that had once captivated their souls.